Hello, and welcome to Titan's Review Corner. I'm Titan. Alright. I know a couple of you have actually been waiting for this one. I'm finally doing it. This is my #1 anime series. Gankutsuou, the Count of Monte Cristo. I saw this series actually almost as it was coming out in Japan. The way that they did this, and I've only gotten opinions that it actually follows the book decently. It's not going to be perfect, which is fine, because it's the Count of Monte Cristo in space! So, you're going to have things that will translate differently. That being said, this series is so unique. I'm still waiting for somebody to come up with something like it again, because I liked it that much. I don't know if we'll be able to see it at all. If not, I'll try and toss in a picture or two from it. The box kind of gives an idea of the art style of this. It is the most unique series. And if there's another series out there half like this, please let me know. It isn't... I don't even know how they did it. But like everything except their skin has patterns on it. The hair has patterns, and the clothing has patterns that I could only dream of. It makes it visual, it almost psychedelic at times. But it's like a moving work of art, I think is the best way that I can describe it. And having the story, the Count of Monte Cristo, like I really didn't know that much about it going into it, so that's why I had to ask people. But it is supposed to follow the story, the book, more. The characters I thought were very interesting, and I don't know if that's because of the book or just because they're like that good. The Count is different because it is space, and they explain why, not at the beginning, actually more towards the end, which I love it when they do that, because then they keep you guessing. But they explain what happened to him and why he's doing what he does. Now, if you know the story, you can get some ideas. If you don't, watch it. Even the ending, as much as, like, I didn't like it because I wanted something else to happen, it still was perfect. That's the only way to describe it. It told a story from beginning to end that was interesting, at least interesting enough to follow it all the way through. And when you got to the end, there was a satisfaction at finishing something and feeling like all of the loose ends were tied up, and that everything was as it was supposed to be. And I have yet to really feel that again, except at least in an anime series. There are ones that get close, and then there are ones that get nowhere near close. But this one I feel is the closest thing to what I would call I call it the perfect anime. It has everything that is needed. It has like a little bit of each genre in there almost. I'm trying to think if it has comedy, but it almost doesn't need comedy. Did it make me laugh? I think it made me laugh somewhat. But then it has the drama, and it has mystery, and it has action. There's explosions, and there's people trying to kill people, but they do it in an interesting way. And there's just, I couldn't think of anything that needed to be added to this series. So with that, I give it an A+, hands down. If you haven't seen this series, I think the company that took over Genie Young's their distribution, Funimation, I think. I'm not 100% positive because I was really upset, but thankfully a friend of mine got me the last volume that I needed to finish off my set. And for some reason this was a little bit more pricey. I have no idea why. Maybe because of how pretty it is. I don't know. So if you are able to, definitely check this out. And if you find it on YouTube, I just hope it's a decent quality, because otherwise you won't really see the visual of it, which I think is very important for this series. So A+, Gankutsuou, The Count of Monte Cristo. If you haven't seen it, you should. Have a good night.